Growing up, I had a few Portuguese friends and I would love going to their house for barbecues because they would make the most delicious grilled meats, particularly a pork chop sandwich. It's essentially beautiful thin pork chops that are marinated and then placed in a crispy ciabatta bread roll with mayonnaise and chili sauce. That's it, and I'll tell you what, it is to die for. Now, pork chops, I'm using pork loins and you can see my butcher has left a little of the bone on. I'm going to leave the bone on because I think it stays quite tender throughout the cooking process. I do want them to be a little thinner and I am leaving the fat on it just because I think it tastes so much better that way. With a meat mallet, just pound the meat just to tenderize it and also to thin it out a little more. Now before I marinate this, I'm just going to preheat the Opti grill so it gets nice and hot. And for the marinade, you need lots of bay leaves. So I've just stolen a few bay leaves off my friend's tree. Fresh bay leaves taste so much better, but if you can't find them, don't worry. Just dried ones work a treat. So 3 or 4 of them. And what I like to do is just bruise them to extract some of their natural oils. Also 2 cloves of garlic, so I'll bruise them. And then no need to chop it. We'll place that straight into our shallow bowl. Now for some white wine, and then to bring the whole thing together, a drizzle of extra virgin olive oil. We need to season this, so some sea salt and a good crack of pepper. Now I'll place the pork chops in the marinade and just give it a really good massage. It smells so good, that combo of white wine and bay leaves. And in fact, I'm going to cook these bay leaves on the grill so it really perfumes the meat throughout the cooking process. Now I'll just let that marinate for a little longer. Ideally, if you have some time, put it in the fridge overnight just so it absorbs even more flavour. But I'm going to make a gorgeous chilli sauce to go with this. I have 2 small chilies here. Now these have a big kick to them. If you want a milder flavour, use the long chilies. I'll place them into a mortar and pestle along with another pinch of salt. All right, that's ready to go. So we can add our pork chops now. And I want to hear a nice sizzle. That's what we're after. Beautiful. Now I'll place this down, and this is going to grill the meat on the top and the bottom, so it'll be caramelised on both sides, so we don't need to turn it. And I'll cook the meat until the light indicates it's medium. I don't want it to be overcooked. Also, it'll continue cooking after I take it off the grill. All right, back to our chili sauce. So there's salt in there with our chilies, and we want to break it down until it softens and turns into a paste. All right, for some more flavours, some smoked paprika and some extra virgin olive oil. And for some additional zing, I'll add the juice of half a lemon, and that's the chili sauce done. Now, just before the meat's finished cooking, I'm going to add my beautiful crusty ciabatta bread rolls. I mean, they're huge, but the pork chops are huge too. I'm just going to lightly toast them just so they go extra crispy. Now the meat's ready, and at the last minute I added this gorgeous ciabatta. Look, we've got perfect grill marks on the bread. It's nice and warm. We'll place it on a plate and we'll pop the top over here and we'll remove these succulent pork chops. And now just take off those bay leaves because it's done its job, and any of that extra garlic, and I'll remove the bone. And I'm not going to slice this at all. I want to keep it whole. So when you bite into the sandwich, it's really succulent. Now, some mayonnaise, a generous amount on the base of the bread. Just spread it around. And our meat can go on top. And now for our chili oil. A generous drizzle over the top. Look at that gorgeous red colour. Love this, it smells so good. Now we can top it and squish it. That is one glorious sandwich. Yes, it's super simple, but that's the whole point of it. Please don't overwork it. Don't add any rocket to it, any cheese. It's all about the pork chop and that crispy bread roll. Have a look inside. Yum-o, succulent meat. I'm gonna dig in. So I have all those beautiful memories of my darling Portuguese friends.